This is Jeopardy! Introducing today's contestants.
Yeah!
Player 1, Player 2,
Yeah!
Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thanks, Johnny. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The Jeopardy round is where we start, as always. Here are the categories. World Geography. Name that planet. Bible Belts. Fish and Chips. Brit Speak. And I Need More Space. Where do we begin, Player 1? Melbourne is in the Australian state named for this woman, a friend of Viscount Melbourne. Okay, Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus control. That's correct. Player 1. You can enter this European city via the Puerta de Bisagra and its U.S. namesake via Exit 64 on the Ohio Turnpike. Player 1. Good. Player 1. Back. Paulistas live in a large city in this large South American country. It's Player 1. Right. Please pick again, Player 1. This country's Grand Canal ends at the port of Hangzhou. Yes, Player 1. That's correct. You get to pick again, Player 1. It's Africa's highest mount that shares its name with a country. It's Player 1. Right. Choose again, Player 1. Christian Huygens wrote about this planet's rings back in 1659. Okay, Player 2. Yeah, good. Select again. Instrument-laden rovers landed on this planet in 2004. Player 1. Yep. You again, Player 1. The great red spot on this planet is actually a giant storm. Yes, Player 1. Yes. Player 1, back to you. A year on this planet is 88 days long. Let's hear it, Player 2. You are correct. Player 2, you pick again. In the wake of a recent demotion, this is now the outermost planet. Okay, Player 1. That's it. Player 1, back to you. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says that if someone smiteth you here, offer also the other. Let's hear it, Player 3. That's right, way to go. You again, Player 3. After striking down his brother in Genesis, this man said, "My punishment is greater than I can bear." It's Player 1. That is correct. Select again. In Numbers chapter 20, after the Israelites complained, Moses smote one of these twice, and water came out. Yes, Player 1.
Yeah!
Hey, you're right. Player 1, In a book named for Moses' successor, this man smites the Gibeonites, the Hebronites, and the Eglonites. Player 3. Good for you. Player 3. In Judges, Samson whopped on 1,000 Philistines with this part of an ass. Yes, player 2. Right. Player 2, back to you for our next selection. The moray variety of this fish is sharp-toothed and can be vicious if provoked. Okay, player 1. Good. You get to pick again, player 1. The ability of the members of the family Exocetidae to get airborne earned them this two-word name. Player 2. Correct. Hey. We return to you, player 2. Here's Kelly. She'll show you.
On this man's first voyage, brothers Martin and Vicente Pinzon commanded the Nina and Pinta.
It's player 2. You got it. Please pick again, player 2. Small freshwater fish of the family Pterophyllum are known by this heavenly name. Let's hear it, player 1. Right you are. Choose again, player 1. Built in 1816, the first private yacht to cross the Atlantic shared its name with the barge of this queen. Okay, player 3. Yes. Player 3, back to you for our next selection. Fancy a cuppa, love? Cuppa is a cup of this. Yes, player 3. Correct. We return to you, player 3. This brand name has become a noun and a verb for vacuum. It's player 2. Yes. Player 2, back to you. Woo! It's the Daily Double. You're in second now, but with an opportunity to catch up a bit. So, what's your wager? All right, here's your clue. While Americans put gas in their cars, the British put in this 6-letter equivalent. Yes. You get to pick again, player 2. This term for an electrical outlet sounds like a presentations program from Microsoft. Let's hear it, player 3. Good. Player 3, you pick again. As they have a tendency to burst open in the frying pan, sausages are popularly called these. Player 1. Yep. Choose again, player 1. At KFC, you can lunch on chicken. At KSC, this place, you can lunch with an astronaut. Okay, player 1. Right. Select again. This Mattel doll became an astronaut in 1965, perhaps inspiring the young Sally Ride. Player 3. That is correct. You again, player 3. Now available again, Quisp, which has a space alien mascot, is a type of this breakfast food? Let's hear it, player 3. Please pick again, player 3. This TV series wasn't about the Swiss Family Robinson, but the Space Family Robinson. Yes, player 1. That's right, way to go. And here's the $1,000 clue. This 1956 film was a sci-fi version of The Tempest. Robbie the Robot was inspired by Ariel. It's player 1. Right you are. Player 3 is going first in Double Jeopardy when we come back following this. And we have 2 daily doubles awaiting you in these categories. Death of an author. Leave Me. Leonard Maltin's favorite films. My Spice. El to Pay. And Ancient History, 2006. All right, player 3, as promised, you pick first in Double Jeopardy. She died on July 18, 1817, after dealing with some pride and prejudice in her day. Let's hear it, player 1. Correct. Player 1. On September 28, 1891, he died in New York City after a whale of a life. It's player 2. That is correct. Player 2, back to you. Answer. One of the daily double. You're in second place, so what is your wager going to be? You need to select your wager. Here is your daily double clue. No amount of electricity could reanimate her on February 1st, 1851. You got it. You get to pick again, player 2. After October 19, 1745, he would make no more modest proposals. Yes, player 1. Good. Player 1. It was this author, not the wallpaper, who went on November 30th, 1900. Player 1. That's correct. Player 1, back to you. Some consider the Hannibal variety of these made from 100% Havana seed leaf the world's finest. Okay, player 2. That's it. Please pick again. Bags of this leafy vegetable from Natural Selection Foods were at the center of a September 2006 E. coli outbreak. Let's hear it, player 3. Yeah! Right. Choose again, player 3. Like humans, leaves have an exterior epidermis and an interior arrangement of these vascular tissues. It's player 3. Yeah! Correct. We return to you, player 3. The Macrocystis genus of this seaweed can grow fronds up to 200 feet long. Okay, player 2. Yeah, good. You again, player 2. This fragrant leaf of the laurel tree is sold commercially as a seasoning. Player 1? You are correct. Select again. This World War II classic set in war-torn Morocco is his candidate for the best Hollywood movie of all time. Yes, Player 2. Hey, you're right.
Hey!
Player 2. This Scorsese film is about a boxer whose leading opponent outside the ring was always himself. Okay, Player 1. That's correct. You get to pick again, Player 1. Let's go to the Clue Crew for this next clue.
Shots of Jupiter and its moons figure prominently in this director's 2001 A Space Odyssey, which Maltin called a unique masterpiece.
Yes, Player 1. Yes. Player 1, back to you. David Lean's 1946 British film of this Dickens tale is a real pip, and the opening graveyard sequence is a gem. It's Player 2. Yes. We return to you, Player 2. Debbie Reynolds was a teenager when she tapped up a storm in this 1952 film, perhaps the best movie musical ever made. Let's hear it, Player 3. Good for you. Player 3, back to you. The Ceylon or tree type of this spice that's good on toast is buff-colored and mildly sweet. Player 1? That's right, way to go! Please pick again, Player 1. The name of this spice, important in Asian incense, can also refer to a small piece of garlic. Okay, Player 1. That's correct. Player 1, pick again. In a sushi bar, you will likely be offered some pickled this, so you can cleanse your palate between bites. Player 1? That is correct. Choose again, Player 1. Brassica juncea is the brown or Indian type of this spice. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's correct. Player 1, you pick again. Popular in spaghetti sauce, wild marjoram is more commonly known by this name. Yes, Player 3. That's it. Select again. It shouldn't take much effort to tell me this. Gordon Brown's political party. It's Player 1. Good for you. You again, Player 1. Take me to this reinforced section of fishing line where the hook is attached. Let's hear it, Player 1. Correct. Player 1, back to you. Answer? The second daily double. You are in first place. Please select your wager, Player 1. Answer? Affectionate name for critters of the genus Agapornis. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Please pick again, player 1. Most lower back pain is in the area of the 5 vertebrae classified as these. It's player 1. Right. You get to pick again, player 1. Bath sponge that's really a type of tropical gourd. Yes, player 3. You got it. Player 3, back to you for our next selection. In February, he shot Harry Whittington, not his intended target. Okay, player 2. Good. Select again. Discovery, and this legendary space shuttle went aloft. Player 3. Yes. We return to you, player 3. In November, an Andy Warhol work depicting this Asian leader sold for more than $17 million. It's player 3. Right. Player 3, you pick again. This famous American passed away the day after Christmas at the age of 93. Yes, player 2. Good. And the $2,000 clue? He led the French team to the finals of soccer's World Cup, only to be ejected after headbutting an Italian player. Let's hear it, player 2. Yes. All 3 of you will participate in Final Jeopardy right after this. We're back. The category for Final Jeopardy today is Historic Purchases. You need to select your wager. Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. Let's take a look at the last clue. The English received this person from the Burgundians in 1431 for the sum of 10,000 francs. Let's see your response. And that correct response will add What did you put as your response? And this correct response will add how much to your score? And your response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? Congratulations, player 1. You're the winner. Thanks for playing, everybody. See you next time.